What I want to talk about is energy. The environment has a certain energy to it. Did you guys notice how high the energy was last night? Even though there wasn't a lot of people, and Sunday night there's not going to be a lot of people. It's going to be really slow. And but did you notice how high the energetic or the energy of the environment was? Okay, now picture that in contrast to, say, this room right now, how low the energy is in comparison, right? Or a bookstore. If you're walking through a bookstore, it's really quiet. Okay, those are two different types of energy. And what you want to do is you want to communicate, you want to feel that energy and communicate almost like they say, like attracts, right? You understand what I mean? So the vibration has to be similar. So I can't be yelling and screaming in a bookstore, right? Because what's the vibration if I'm yelling and screaming in a bookstore? It's going to be way off. And it's going to feel weird. People are going to back off. But by the same contrast, if I walk up at a loud nightclub where the music's just thumping, and I start yelling and screaming, or I talk quietly, it's going to feel like you're going to feel too quiet, too subdued, and people are going to walk away from you, immediately pull away. I literally watched one of you, I don't remember who, walk over to a group of girls at a bar, and it was thumping and it was loud and they were dancing, and actually it was you. It was me. And you turned around to say hi, and you actually did better than most of the guys. You were a little bit louder, a little bit bigger energy, but you stayed, they were right here, and you stayed out of the energy, and you tried to talk to them from a distance in the middle of the noise. And they were like, what's he talking about? And they just turned around and went back to dancing again. It's because they have a bubble they've created, and the bubble, and there's all this noise and energy coming at them, right? You have to penetrate that bubble and get inside and talk to them. Otherwise, what's the point? I literally talked to a girl over at the Bungalow once, which is in California. We go there all the time. It's kind of a medium energy. And I talked to a girl about this very thing, because a guy came over and he did just what you did. He kind of tried to talk to him, and she just turned her back and walked away. And I asked her, I said, so why did you turn away from him? And she said, because he didn't really want to talk to me. And that's kind of how she said it. I can't remember the exact words. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, he was scared. He didn't have the courage. He didn't have the balls. He wasn't confident. He didn't come up and say hi like he really wanted to talk to me. So if he didn't really want to talk to me, I don't really want to talk to him. And so I turned my back to him. Now, and so what she's basically saying is, if he'd come up committed, seriously wanting to say hi, she would have talked to him. But all of you were really bad at this last night. You would like you're, I don't want to upset this girl, you know. And so you come up so tentative that the girls are like, what the fuck is this? You were letting the environment, just the music alone, be more confident than you. Like it was repressing you. So if you can't even handle the music, why would they want to talk to you? If masculine energy is a demonstration of your ability to handle tension, and you can't handle the tension of the music, why does the girl want to talk to you? You've just demonstrated to her that you can't handle tension well. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So that's the challenge you guys are running into last night. Now, if you're in a bookstore, you can come way down. Now, what I've noticed is Dave's right about this, that there is no difference between day game and night game, loud noise and non-loud noise. But there is a difference, but there is no difference. In other words, if you get free, it's all the same stuff. But if you're not free, you're going to have stories in your head that, oh, when it's quieter, I can be calmer, and you can use your subtle communication more. I can sit there and walk up to girls, and I can be more like, hi, how you doing? And I get to use all my sub-communication more. And there's truth. She can see more of your sub-communication because it's lighter. There's no noise. She can hear your vocal tone expressions. She can connect deeper. And so you're going to find a different type of woman is typically not going to be in a nightclub, or she's not going to, or you're going to find a different type of woman out that really appreciates more of that subtle communication. You're going to find your party girls more in the nightclubs, but not always. Sometimes it's a girl out there for a birthday, just out with friends, right? And still, the same rule applies. When I go out to a nightclub, the subtle communication becomes less important when I first walk up, and more about, am I demonstrating my ability to handle the tension of the environment? My balls, am I putting my balls out there? Am I being confident? Am I taking the lead? Am I leading? Then once you establish a connection in the noise, like this guy's interesting, then you start working on more subtle communication, because now she's interested and invested in getting to know you. She's like, okay, who are you beyond your confidence? What's your story? Who are you? And now you can start playing in that arena. But you guys aren't getting past the first stage. And that's why you're having trouble. And if you can, and so that's the main difference. Now, during the day, walking around here in a casual cafe, you still got to walk up and do a demonstration of confidence, but there's going to be more space for you to work subtle communication, flow, relax, because the noise will be less. It'll be in the mid-range because it gets pretty noisy out here even during the day, doesn't it? Kind of like the bungalow. So, any questions about this? You ever seen Zan go out and flow through a room? What does he do? He's loud, he bounces like a butterfly, and does he penetrate the bubble of every group of girls he walks up to in a bar? And then he penetrates, makes them laugh, goes over here. Penetrates, makes them laugh, goes over here. Penetrate, and then he comes back and starts fluttering back through the room. So that's his style. That's a working the room style. I'm going to talk to everybody, then I'm going to start going back around and see who's looking at me and smiling at me and enjoying my dance that I'm putting on. He's putting on a demonstration of confidence. Okay, and then he's seeing who likes him. And then he goes back and he flirts some more with that girl because that girl's inviting him back over again. It's an interesting way to do it because it's not too invasive. You're just going out and offering fun over and over and over, and the girls that really like it are going to start smiling at you a lot and inviting you back over. Does that make sense? It was funny. Last time I went out with him was a bar. I don't remember the name of it. We were at some random bar, and he's in the bar, and he's running around flirting, and it was the salsa night, yeah. And so he's running around flirting, dancing, and he turns around to this one girl standing right here, or sitting by the door, kind of quiet herself, and he's still in high energy mode, and he runs over to her and he's like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful, look at you, look at you." And he steps back and he's got all this energy and he's just full of life because he's so happy right now, and he goes, "You better be careful because some boy's going to try to stick his penis in you tonight, so don't let him do it." And then she laughs and he turns around and he runs away, and then he comes back and he goes, "Any boys try to stick penis in you yet?" And, you know, it's like 10 minutes later, and she starts laughing some more, and then he runs off again. And you see how he's having fun with the environment? What is he doing? He's demonstrating his ability to have fun in all that noise. And if she likes him and they start to connect, they can really get to know each other. But that's all just play. Does this connect with you? Now, how many of you were just tentative and like, "Hi, hi"? That's never going to work. It worked for you with one really submissive girl that you met probably off of the main noisy area, didn't you? Yep. Yeah. Because it was a lower energy environment and you're a lower energy guy. So let's fix this today. We're going to fix it first thing. Last time we fixed it later in the week because I saw the problem last time. So we fixed it later in the week. We're going to fix it today, and then we're going to go back into the other work where we work on, because we're working two angles, right? We're working depth, how deep in feeling and communication you can go, which is actually the more important energy. You're going to need that for dates. You're going to need that for intimacy. You're going to need that for long term. You're going to need that for getting to know somebody. That then there's, as one of my old teachers used to say, then there's the first approximately 3 minutes of a conversation where you need to be able to be explosive, powerful, forward, leading, coming up and demonstrating your masculinity so that the girl will be like, "This guy's interesting," and playing in that arena. Does that make sense? So we're going to play with that first. So why don't pickup artist techniques? Why do so many guys get worse by using them? Matter of fact, I had a client come to me once who'd been doing them for 7 years and was weird, strange, creepy, odd, and I could see the same thing, our routines, our patterns, we're just not showing up. Women don't care if you're nervous because they're nervous too. They're like in their heads thinking, "Oh, I shouldn't eat that garlic today and I don't feel fresh down there," and I hope he doesn't come too close and he's really cute. So they go yes, no,